Hi folks, HR Funk back out on the range today with my M1A Super Match rifle. I'm going to fire this rifle up at Camp Perry this year for the first time in the M1A match, which is coming up on Saturday, I think, of the CMP week. And I still haven't nailed down a load that I really like for this rifle yet. So I'm out here today working again, and I'm going to be using a load. This is the first time I've fired this particular one, and I got this out of a book. Apparently this is a load that back in the day when the M14 was still the match rifle of choice up at the national matches, this was a pretty well-known load. I'm going to try it for the first time. It's 39.5 grains of IMR 3031 powder behind a 168 grain Nosler custom competition bullet, which is Nosler's match bullet, their version essentially of the Sierra Match King. So I'm going to set things up, I'll get everything ready to go, and we'll see how this new load does in my Super Match rifle. Okay folks, I'm just about ready to go here. I've got everything set up. I am going to be chronographing today at the same time that I am testing this load for accuracy, so I'll be able to get some velocity feedback as well. This load is at the lower end of the spectrum for 3031 powder, so I'm expecting it to be kind of a low velocity load. Accuracy, of course, is going to be the most important thing. I'm hoping that we break 2,500 feet per second with this particular load, but it could actually be below that. Because I'm expecting lower velocity, I'm also expecting that the point of impact for the first shots that I fire are probably going to be low on the target, and I'll probably need to make a sight correction. I'm going to fire 5 shots, take a look at what we have, and then make any corrections that I need to, and then fire 5 more. So here we go. I'll see if I can see that one. And no, I can't. So I'll try a few more, then we'll have to go down range and see where they're hitting. And there's 5. Let's go down range and see how they look. Folks, I think my search for a load might be over. My 5 shots went into 1 minute of angle, and just as I expected, they're a little low. I'm going to go back and make a sight correction and fire 5 more shots. And I am really liking what I'm seeing right now, especially at the lower end of the pressure scale for 3031 powder. This load is easier on my rifle, easier on me, and so far it looks extremely accurate. There is 1 minute of angle from 300 yards with iron sights. Okay folks, I very much like what I've seen from this load so far. I've got 5 more rounds ready to go. We'll fire those out and we'll go down range and take a look. I did raise the rear sight about 3 minutes of angle, so that should compensate for that deviation we saw with point of impact on those last 5. Let's take a look and see how it goes. And there's 5 more. I'll see if I can see these through the scope. And no, I can't. So I'll pick myself up, head back down range, and we'll see where they are when we get there. Well, folks, looks like I started out well. I got 3 shots in the 10 ring, and then I managed to pull 2 of them down here into the 8. Not sure how I did that. I didn't see the sight drop or anything like that, but somehow I managed to do that. I'm sure that was me and not the rifle, especially looking at this and still looking at that amazing 1 minute of angle group down there. In any case, I think I have found my load. Let's go back and take a look at the chronograph and see what that tells us about how this performed. And here's the tail of the chronograph. Our low velocity was 25.23. High velocity was 25.65. Average was 25.49, and I'm really happy with that average velocity. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I was not entirely sure we were going to break 2,500 feet per second, and we're right at 25.50. That's a great velocity for this particular load. My rifle obviously likes it. And I was talking too long, so we got to go back at what we already looked at, or back through what we already looked at. Our extreme spread was only 41.71 feet per second. Nice low extreme spread. And standard deviation of 14.17 feet per second. There's really nothing not to like about this load. Again, this was 39.5 grains of IMR 3031 behind a 168 grain Nosler custom competition bullet, and I'm extremely happy with it. Well, folks, there's really not much more to say. Today, the Supermatch rifle really lived up to its name. We saw that outstanding 1 minute of angle group down there from 300 yards. I couldn't be happier with that. The next 3 shots after that were in the 10 ring. Somehow, I didn't live up to any kind of name. I managed to pull those 2 shots from that second 5-shot group low into the 8 ring. But still, that's not the rifle's fault, and it's not that load's fault. I could not be happier with that load. It's outstanding out of this rifle. We saw the chronograph results from that, and that's going to be my load up at Camp Perry. By the way, if you see me up there, be sure to stop and say hi. I'd be glad to hear anything you folks have to say. If you have any questions or comments on this video, be sure to leave those below. And as always, until next time, good shooting. Bye-bye.